Perfect, traders. So let's make a full breakdown of the current situation that we have here in the FX market in the main pairs. Okay, so understanding the fundamentals, we have a very strong risk of sentiment. Okay, so that means that you know dollar is increasing and the risky assets are decreasing. Now, from the technical perspective here, dollar is actually respecting the structure. Okay, so we have a very healthy uptrend, and now we have the breakout and pullback. So this is an impulse, and this was the correction, and this was just a push to the upside. We were expecting a bullish dollar, and we continue expecting a bullish dollar because it suits the fundamentals and the technicals. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's try to understand the main pairs and try to see if we can find scenarios here. Okay, so starting with Euro USD. So as you know, Euro USD is negative correlated with the US dollar index. Okay, so when Dixie decrease, Euro USD increase, and vice versa. When Dixie increase, and that's the case right now, Euro USD decrease. Okay, so here the same thing, we were ranging a lot. This was the range of the last 2 months of the year, and I actually share a trade here, and you can see my previous post about Euro USD, and I was expecting for the price to correct a little bit, and this was an interesting weekly level. See how the confluence with this trend line from here, but also this interesting weekly area. Now, what happened is that if we go back into the daily time frame, we can see that actually we test a very hidden area of supply, and now we literally broke this low from here. So there is a lot of potential because this is an accumulation of orders. Okay, so there is a lot of potential to the downside, and we can eventually reach 1.1 in 2022. Okay, so now if we go back into the intraday timeframes, I actually still holding shorts in Euro USD. I share with the VIP community a trade here, and the reason why it's because very simple. So we have a very strong dollar, and then what happened is that we create this massive drop. So breakout, retest, and just simple retest of a supply level, and this was the massive drop from here. Okay, so it's actually running 8% or something like this, and closed the other one because I stacked. So now what am I expecting right now is just the price to retrace. Okay, so after massive drops like this, we must wait for the price to retrace. So an interesting area to look for sell entries is going to be the retest of this area, or if the price come back into all this entire zone from here, this can be an interesting sell area. Okay, but keep an eye to look for sell interest in Euro USD. Okay, so just play with the main trend to the ups, to the long term main trend. Okay, so just like this is a head and shoulders, we have the retest, the neckline, the breakout and pullback, and now we have the impulse correction impulse. Okay, so this is just following the main trend. Okay, with that being said, just keep an eye around this level and eventually look for sell and receive the price retrace, but we need confirmations. Okay, now IDUSD, it's almost the same thing. Okay, so I was actually expecting this week, and I took a short here, a first short here, and I was taken out at break even, and I then took another one here, and I'm actually still running in profit. So what am I expecting for this chart from here is the fact that this is impulse, this looks like a flag, and now we have the retest. Okay, so in other words, this is just the breakout of this trend line from here and the retest. Okay, that was very simple, and that's how I saw this. So the potential retest area is going to be this previous daily low from here, and as you can see here in the weekly time frame, we are just following the main macro trend. Okay, so this of course is a very strong level, but if look at this massive pin bar from here, this is an indication that we had massive downside potential. Okay, so with that being said, now we have this indication. The last week we already had that indication of the previous momentum to the downside. Okay, so now we are just following what happened after this candlestick pattern. So what can potentially happen again is, if because of the negative correlation, we can wait for the price to literally retest and continue to the downside. Okay, so if that happen, I'm actually about to stack another entry around this level from here. Okay, so if the price come back, I'm gonna be looking for sell entries around this level, and the target is going to be, of course, this area from here, stop loss behind this level, and that's it. Okay, so this is for IUD USD. Now USD yen, by other side, from the weekly perspective, as you can check my previous trading view profiles, I am expecting actually for the price to retest this area from here in long term time frames. Okay, so this was a massive drop, and this was the 0618 level, and now we are pushing to the upside. Okay, so now if you want to look for, this is actually a double bottom, and now if you really want to look for buy entries in USD yen, what I advise to you is to wait for the price to retest this neckline from here, or there is two possibilities actually. Either we make some sort of double top here and we try to make a fake out and then we push to the upside, or the price literally came back into this level and we retest and we took longs, and you must put your stop loss behind this level. Okay, now GBP USD, it's almost the same kind of a structure. Okay, so negative correlation, and of course I'm actually waiting. I'm shorting these ones from here. Look at this trend. So the trend is actually bearish. Weekly is telling us bearish, and the potential place to retest is this level from here. So if that happen, I'm gonna be looking for a retest of this previous daily low from here. Okay, so as you can see in intraday time frames, I'm actually waiting. There is actually an interesting, very small supply level here, so I'm gonna see how the price react. But this is an interesting one. So again, looking for sell entries, just following the main trend, and that's it. Okay, so hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comment sections what do you think about this market breakdown, and as always, make sure to trade safe. And before finishing, I'm gonna show you a little bit of what am I actually looking for. So this is the crypto market. So this is Solana. Solana is an interesting project because has a strong relationship with the metaverse, Web3, and DeFi projects, and whatever it might be. So I'm actually stacking more long positions here, and I'm trading with leverage, of course. So you can use leverage or just your classic portfolio, but this is an interesting place to look for buy entries. Okay, so this is everything. So hope this video was helpful. Make sure to trade safe, and make sure to support this video, like and comment.